says something like, I can tell you all this stuff, but I don't want to. And Kagi, in my novel, is an incredibly reluctant narrator. She doesn't want to let the reader know what has happened to her. But she also has this like deep need to tell her story, to work through her story. So there was that, and also, which I don't actually know if I've ever told you, but has anyone ever seen that movie Rumor Has It? Yeah? Okay. Well, it's a movie, Jennifer Aniston's in it, and she realizes that her family is the inspiration for, like, Mrs. Robinson for The Graduate. Like, her grandmother was Mrs. Robinson. And that was on at the same time that I was sort of, like, having these ruminations about The Catcher in the Rye, and I thought, like, wow, that would really be interesting to explore. And of course, then the nice thing also is that you have this body of work that you can really pull on thematically,
right?
Which is like exciting and a really fun challenge as a writer.
This is like my dream, by the way, that like many years from now, someone will write a book and like or make a movie. Yeah, I mean, not The Graduate, ideally. I wouldn't want that to be based on me. But you know, like something. Yeah, I don't know, something about like someone who was really popular and pretty. Yeah, and then my grandchild will be like, oh yeah, that was based on my grandma. Yeah. But it's interesting for me because I think, I don't think that I'd ever heard you mention Catcher before writing this book. I don't remember at what point I became aware of the fact that this book, was full. It actually may have been when you were trying to figure out how far you could go before the Salinger estate would sue you. Right.
That was my whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah. So technically, she's like the granddaughter of the inspiration. There's like a few things removed now, but you know.
Yeah, but I think that it was when you were trying to figure that out that I was like, oh, this is about Catcher.
Well, I mean, I also 9 Stories by J.D. Salinger is probably it's my favorite short story collection. It might be one of my favorite books, and I began my experience with writing. I don't want to say career because I although whatever as a short story writer, and so I kind of fell in love with his work through that vein.